Imagine an overstretched hospital, an underfunded school, and local communities where hardworking citizens feel genuine fear for themselves and those around them. This is the reality for many Americans today. People are forced to work long hours, struggling to make ends meet, all while continuing to raise their families or take care of others. Our safety and livelihood being jeopardized by current U.S. policies instills fear in many communities and leads to severe economic, social, and moral downsides. We deserve safe, sustainable policies and fair use of taxpayer money that protects our communities and ensures a fair quality of life for all, regardless of citizenship status. As a fellow citizen who cares about the future of our country, I believe that our country's current energy towards immigrants and immigration policies, however well intended, misses that mark. Right off the bat, there's a very clear fiscal and economic burden placed on everyone. According to fairus.org, the burden amongst each individual taxpayer is about $1,156 a year. These are not trivial numbers. In one presidential term alone, this number adds up and equates to $4,624. Almost $5,000 that could have been allocated towards policies that genuinely benefit every citizen, flush down the drain and aim towards an unsustainable effort. According to a major analysis by the American Immigration Council, mass deportation severely damages the U.S. economy, leading to a shrinkage of the U.S. GDP by an average of 5.5%, or $1.4 trillion in economic output. This would lead to numerous key industries reaching devastation, as well as labor shortages, cost inflation, and other ripple effects that would inevitably impair even U.S.-born workers' productivity. There are currently more than 55,000 people detained in U.S. immigration custody, a number that has increased nearly 60% in just 1 year. When looking at the detainees' criminal record, the Institute for Policy Studies found that about 71% of detainees have no criminal convictions. Instead, they are seeking opportunity, work, or safety in hopes to build a stable future for themselves and their families. That's all they are at the end of the day. Men, women, parents, children. This unjust deportation tears families apart, leaving millions of children who are U.S. citizens with the threat of coming home to find someone has disappeared. Without even mentioning the unsanitary detention facility conditions, the cruel methods undertaken by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement in order to kidnap these detainees are simply inhumane, humiliating. Not only does this place citizens in a constant state of fear, but it erodes the trust between law enforcement and civilians. Human Rights Watch warns that aggressive, unforgiving enforcement discourages citizens from cooperating with police, seeking their protection, or reporting crimes. This distrust, paired with the authoritative complex held by many enforcers, mixes to create a tense, constantly on edge environment. This general shift within our country does not only undermine law enforcement, but the idea of due process in general. The country's proud stance on deportation shifts resources away from fair immigration processing, integration, and support towards legal admission into our country. This lack of support deters immigrants from undertaking the process and undermines the possibility for a rational immigration system that balances human rights, national security, and the concept of innocent until proven guilty. The explosion of kidnapping for detention and deportation capacity is being supported by massive funding increases, sustained by the shutting down of other major organizations and programs. For example, President Trump recently cut SNAP funding, an assistance program aimed at providing low-earning Americans with the funds to afford food every month. As funds for SNAP and other programs are reallocated, deportation efforts are somehow steadily gaining government funds. Critics aligned with the Brennan Center are calling this an example of deportation industrial complex, where an interconnected system of government agencies and private corporations, including private detention centers, profit from mass immigration enforcement. This creates a powerful economic and political machine under the guise of expansion, when in actuality it provides a larger budget for ICE, massive data collection for surveillance, and other efforts that create a self-sustaining cycle of arrests, detention, and removal. We are reaching territory that which can be compared to the beginning, even mid-stages of genocide. It is a widely acknowledged claim that America is built by immigrants, not only historically but still today. Immigrants fill essential jobs that many U.S.-born citizens view as lowly or perceive themselves as too good to be in that position. Immigrants enrich our culture and contribute to our country's collective future. To demolish the lives they have built simply on the premise that America could be better without them undermines how great our country has already become thanks to immigrants. This is not only a betrayal to them, but to ourselves. Expanding systems aimed to enact mass deportation does not make America safer, stronger, or more united. It weakens us morally, socially, and economically. I urge all to speak out, protest, vote, align yourselves with the greater good, with these unjustly displaced immigrants. It is important to support organizations that work for humane immigration reform. America is not a fortress, it's a community. It is a community that is strongest when it provides inclusivity, compassion, and justice. Thank you.